Hi there, my name's Acadia and today we're going to be painting for relaxation. I really like to do this after a long and stressful day, especially like today. I found today was quite stressful, and I think like painting as I'm doing now can really help to de-stress and prepare for tomorrow. I really like painting, especially in like stressful incidents, just without any purpose. I don't like to look off references or have an image in mind, just painting with the goal of painting. I find that this is really, as I said, not as stressful as painting with a reference, just because we don't have any realistic goals in mind. I know this might seem counterproductive to art as a subject, but I think that it's good in just going back to the basics and realizing once again your love for art. Now, you can follow along to this video or you can just have it playing in the background. Either way is fine, whatever works for you. But if it helps, you could be following along. You don't have to be painting the same thing as me, or you don't even have to be painting. You could be drawing, or you could just be having a lay down. Now, I'm using watercolor as a medium, as I feel like this most represents my state of mind. I feel like water is in itself fluidity, and with water comes stability, and your thoughts can just run anywhere, as I'm doing right now. Now, I don't know if you know what I'm painting, but I'm trying to paint a sense of nature, as I don't have a lot of experience in this. My most used mediums and my most used references are usually portraits. I really love drawing people and painting people and capturing a sense of likeness and personality. But I feel like because I do it so much, I've sort of, windowed myself into only one type of thing. So when I think about other forms of, things that I can paint, often I come up empty. I'm like, oh, I can't do that, or I'm not skilled enough, which is true. I think as an artist, often we tell ourselves that we're not as good as others, which is also true. There's always going to be someone better than you. But I also think that we shouldn't discredit ourselves. Being artistic and being able to, create something from nothing is a great skill to have. And this isn't just in painting or art, this is in everyday life. I feel like you can have many talents. This could be for ideas, writing, anything. Creativity has no borders. Now, it's hard, really hard, to find the time to reflect and think back on yourself, because our lives are so stressful. And often when we think of self-care, it's often, watching a movie or binging a TV show on Netflix. But I feel like these things keep our mind occupied in certain ways that are different from what I'm doing right now, which is, I guess, if I was a sciencey person, maybe I'm using a different area of my brain, because I feel like it's nice. Like, we all want to go and, listen and watch and do things that we can just veg out to. But I feel like painting really goes back to your own sense of creativity and purpose and satisfaction too. We gain a lot of satisfaction from seeing our works. And even if we don't think they're as good as they can be, I think we should all gain satisfaction from just realizing that we can create stuff, and a lot goes into it. I guess I should tell you about my day. I was working all day, which is why I'm kind of stressed. I've been working a lot recently, plus I also study, so that's stressful too. And I'm starting a new job tomorrow. So I'm like, got a lot of things juggling So I use this time right now to, think back on my day and be grateful for the things that I do have, like the people around me and those little moments of joy that I get out of it. Like when your friend brings a gift that shows that they were thinking about you, or when you realize you've got something crazy important coming up, but in a good way, like it's something to look forward to. And it just reminds you about all the things in life that, you're grateful for. I'm grateful for a lot of things. I guess it's for the people, for the place that I'm at right now. And, I think I'm also grateful just for myself in that I am in a safe place, I've got a stable job and I'm happy. I'm really happy with everything I've got right now. See, I'm very content, which I like to, showcase in my art. Can you see what I'm drawing right now? It's very leafy. I like this. I didn't have any direction in my mind. I think I was trying to emulate a bush. I want to put some like flowers in there, but I want it to be very like, you don't really know what it could be. I like that. I don't think I remember the last time I've painted any like plants or anything. Anything with like just the sole purpose of creating plants. I don't think I can remember the last time I did that. If you're painting along, how about you look back at your work and just think about all the good things that you've done so far. I wonder, are you using watercolor as I am? I really like watercolor. It's actually one of the only things that I paint with. Or even, I don't even draw, I use watercolor to do that. Oh, I got some on my hand. I'll wipe that off so it doesn't mark the paper. But it has like smudged it a bit, so I'm gonna go back and fix that. What was I saying? Yes, I decided not to wet my paper beforehand, which I think is a really good thing that I've done, because otherwise I feel like the watercolor would just be going everywhere and I wouldn't have these like light patches and everything inside it. Because I was kind of debating on what I should make today. This looks nice. I really like it. I think I've gotten quite far with just the little things I've done. I wonder if this will ruin it. I guess I should say that nothing will ruin it. It's still going to be very beautiful in my mind, even if it spreads everywhere like this one's doing. I think that's the case with watercolor. You kind of just have to let it go where it wants to go. Either way, it's going to do what it wants to do, as watercolor is, it's a normal thing that happens. I wonder why I'm using purple. I don't know. It was just what caught my eye. I guess I'm really just grateful that I can do this. I have the time to do this and the resources. I would like to point out that I've had this same palette for like 2 years, maybe even 3 years. It's really good. It's one of the, what is it? Winsor & Newton? Let me see. Yeah, Winsor & Newton. I got this palette when I was doing the HSC and I had to paint for that. And my parents could see that I was really passionate about watercolor, so they got this for my birthday. And I think it's one of the best things that I have gotten in terms of like usability, because I use this all the time. And I actually haven't had to buy any new colors for it, because you can switch out the colors and put new ones in, but I haven't had to do that. But I think it's good to start off with like any kind of palette. I think I started off with like a Kmart palette to begin with, but I found that the pigments were too, I don't even know, they were very grainy. And I remember I used it within like a coloring book, which wasn't the best idea either, because as I realized, painting with watercolors warps the page, and then you have all these like dips, and these like goes up and down, and then the paint follows the paper. So if it's not, you know, level, it just goes everywhere. Which is why I have taped down my page so it doesn't go everywhere. Because, you know, who wants that? I feel like just having this circle on the middle of the page is kind of, I don't know, I'm not really feeling it. So I think I might add another one. I don't know. Maybe I'll have the whole page just be like bushes and greenery. I think that would be quite nice. I really just wanted this to be a quick painting that I could do and then finish, because I feel like that's one of the best ways to do painting, especially with watercolor, because you really can't spend a lot of time, like hours, as you could with like acrylics or oil paintings, because, you know, after a while they don't dry very easily and the paints all start to mix together, as this is sort of done here, so it's not as distinguishable shapes. I've been using the same brush for a while. I might change it in a little bit, maybe to a bigger one, just because I'm wanting to do more areas. We'll see if this works. Probably very pigmented. Oh, you can definitely notice the change in brush strokes, but it's fine. I'm going to mix these up in a bit. It might actually change the direction of my work, just because it doesn't as much look like the same bush. But it's okay. Maybe in the end this won't be a bush, but it would just be a blob of green. I don't mind it though. I did the same one not too long ago, and I was just painting colors and whatnot, trying to, you know, follow my feelings and put them into colors and shapes. I guess this is like very therapeutic in a way for your soul, and it just brings you back to, you know, how I believe my life is going. I'm going back to my roots, I guess, in terms of like thinking about how I see myself and how I want to be. You know what? This could be a mountaintop, couldn't it? And these are all trees. Sorry about any background noise. I had a bit of trouble filming this. I actually tried filming another one last time, but my computer seemed to like not want to take on my large file, so this video might not even make it out into the world. But I hope you see it, and I hope whoever's listening right now is another person other than myself, because I feel like, you know, I feel like I could really help people to go back and view art in a more mindful way, in that art isn't just about making pretty things. It's not even about making great things, because when you think of art you think of, oh, all the stuff in the museum and all the stuff that, you know, is famous, the Mona Lisa and the Leo da Vinci, whatever that is. Guys, I'm not thinking straight. But a lot of art in the world never made it out into the public. You have to think about all of the little pieces that were lost or that were made by artists that weren't recognized. And you know what? Art shouldn't even be about how famous it is. It should just be about expression and love. I don't know. Wow, look at this big blotchy thing. Now, I don't know. I feel like I've completely changed the direction of this work, in that it is now a mountain top slash field. So it looks very different from when I first started, which is one of the things I love about art, is that you have room to grow. Because as my high school art teacher used to say, never to use an eraser, which at the time I thought was crazy. I was like, why wouldn't you want to use an eraser? Like, obviously you're gonna make mistakes. But I think she was coming at it with the direction of, you know, art can take any shapes, and instead of seeing your failure, you know what I mean, guys, I just can't say it. Instead of seeing, you know, all the failures in your artwork, you should just see it as a growing point, a turning point to change. Which I guess is when you use references, you're too focused on like being true to those references that you forget that, you know, art isn't just about that. It's about creating something new and, you know, challenging yourself. And I hope that through this journey that I'm taking myself on, that I can improve in my, you know, natural landscapes and become a better artist and a better person, I guess, because we all have room to grow and mature as people. You know, I'm never gonna say I'm a perfect person. I'm not even gonna say I'm close to that, because I know I'm not. I know that I am always gonna have room to change, pretty much. You know what? We're gonna put more purple. I feel like purple and green, it's kind of a strange combination. I wouldn't even know what to call it. It's not complementary. And it's not, I don't know, you just never see purple and green together. It's very strange, but I feel like it's a beautiful combination, especially all the different tones and such. I really like it. I'll add some more up here just to make the painting cohesive. I have a little bit of a problem with enunciating, I admit that. But you know, I guess it's one of my charms. I like to think of it as such anyway. And like, what am I gonna do? See a speech pathologist? I don't know. I feel like I just have to be happy with how I am currently. Wow. I think like the most I could do to like make this painting better in like after this video is to maybe like come in with like a pen or a green pen or something and just like create the outline of trees so it's a bit more, you know, pronounced. But even then, I don't know, should I kind of like this like very pretty landscape picture. Oh wow, I really like that. I really like that. That looks beautiful. Maybe I'll put some more on this side. See, friendly little loves. Wow. She's beautiful. Weak. Do you think I'm talking like Bob Ross? I feel like I'm trying to emulate that kind of persona. Boop, boop, boop. Boop, boop. Oof. I wonder what these, in terms of like a landscape, mountain kind of looking picture, what this purple would represent. Do you think it's the rock face or different trees? I don't know. Could you even think of this and think, oh wow, that looks like a mountain? Like I said, abstract. In any case, you can just be like, my art is abstract. That's what it is. Always some yellow. Get some of those autumn vibes in. I guess it's spring vibes. Spring. We are entering spring right now, so it is, you know, it's a vibe. How are you going with your painting? I hope you're painting alongside me. It'd be kind of weird if you were just listening. But if you are, that's fine as well. it's weird to think about myself just being someone would listen to. Wow, she's beautiful. Especially with these strong yellows. I feel like they really tie in with the purples. Actually, these are very contrasting colors. I like it. I like it a lot. I think I might come in with a darker green, like a very dark green with my little very sharp looking brush. I don't know if you can see that, but it's a bit sharper. We'll see. I'm not sure how this green is going to look, but I might just place it up here. Yes, okay. I think it's about 9 o'clock at night right now, in case you're wondering. I usually don't paint so late, but as I said, I'm having kind of a stressful time and I have so many things going on, so we have to find time for the things that we love and that we have to do, even when we don't want to do them. As I'm doing now. But you know what? I think I like it. I like doing this. Also, I didn't particularly like this shade of green. I think it's too veering into like the brown green. I would like a dark green, but like with a like that. I guess that's I could just show you. That's how I can describe it. Up the top. Oh wow, beautiful. I really like that. I would really like to see if you are following along with a painting of your own. I would love to see it in some capacity or other. So I guess I would just let you know my Instagram handle. You could send it to me, or you could just not send it to me, whatever you like doing best. But my Instagram handle is Arcadia X Art. That is spelled RKDR and then XART art. A lot of people get a bit confused by it. I don't know why, but the Arcadia is supposed to be my name, which is Acadia, if that makes sense. It's a funny story behind it, actually. When I was a kid, I guess I used to hate having to, people would be like, oh, what's your name? And I'd be like, Acadia. And they'd be like, how to spell that? And I'd be like, I don't have to be like ACADIA. Like, and so I'd just be like, oh, it's Arcadia. I thought I was being funny and just spelling my name phonetically. But it stuck in my mind anyway. And I was like, oh, that's actually kind of cool. And I remember telling my dad that I wanted to create a fashion brand and my fashion label would be called Arcadia. And I was like, oh, it's gonna be high-end and gorgeous and, you know, immaculate. Which, you know, perhaps. You never know what life has in store for you. It's still a great idea. And he was always telling me to trademark my name as if I knew how to do that. Wow, I really like this. It's coming along really nicely. I think this has really taken shape and it does in fact look like a forest in just the best way possible. I really hope that this video comes out nicely and that I'm actually able to upload it because, you know, files on your phone can be quite large and then they just don't want to be said. They're always like, oh, max capacity, which is very annoying. I just don't understand technology, which I should. I'm a Gen Zer, but I just don't understand technology in terms of like that deeply, which, you know, I'm going to get there. I think that this is a good opportunity to teach myself new skills. I'm almost done. I have a 30-minute time limit on this because I don't want this video to be too long. Plus, there's only so much I can do in terms of, you know, I don't want it to be too busy or the colours to be too mixed. I just want it to lightly speak as to its subject matter. Like, I want you to be, this does look like a forest, but you know what? It could also just be a mass of colours. Who knows? Maybe I might even give this to my dad, and he's always asking for my artwork or asking me to make him something, but I never do because I hate it when people ask me for stuff and then I just get like too overwhelmed with like, oh, what if I make it wrong? Or I don't know. It's one of my bad habits that I tend to overthink things and not want to do them. But you know what? If I end up making something for him, he'll just have to be happy with what he gets, even if it's not to his expectations. Because I think if anyone made me an art piece, I would see all the time and effort that went into it, and I would just think, I'd just be thankful, because, I don't know, having an artistic talent and being able to do things is amazing. Like, I'm in awe of people that can do digital art, because I tried to do it and it's so hard, it's so difficult. So like, to the people that literally like self-taught themselves that craft, you're awesome, absolutely awesome. I think I'm done with the tree lines. I think the most I could do now is to put a little bit more definition into these rock faces, which, yes, I have decided they're going to be rock faces. Now I'm only going to be doing a darker shade of purple down here because I don't want to be too rough too rough with everything in the top. I think that it's already in its best place. These are too uniform. I'm too good with the just side swiping, so I'm going to be mixing a bit. I don't know, that's a little hair or something. Gotta take that off. Whoop. I'm almost done, guys. I'm almost done to a special degree. Boop. I would really like it if you could comment your thoughts on, you know, what's good and what I could do better. And just let me know what you think about art in general, and if you think that it's a tool for relaxation or you see it in its practical aspect. I feel like either way it's fine. Like, everyone gets a different purpose out of art, and they can make it their own depending on how they feel. But yeah, I'd really like to know like more about other people's perspectives, and I think that's really great. I think I'm done with this one. I think she's really good. So I know it's still wet, but I am going to sign it just so that I can officially mark the end of this painting. Now, you watched it in its full length, like this is real time, so you can see how quickly we can make something and how beautifully it can come out. And I hope you can see the beauty in this painting. Lovely. She's beautiful. I am thoroughly happy with this. So happy. I'm gonna wait until tomorrow, and then I'm going to take some photos of it and upload it. So yeah, if you want, follow my social media and my platforms and follow along for this journey where I do similar things such as this, but thinking about myself and my own art journey. Okay, thank you.